Welcome back to another episode of Running in Circles. This week, we're starting off with everyone's favorite tank who gets a bad rap. His name is Stitches. He's got one thing, and one thing only. It's called Hook. It pulls people. Gets them closer to your team so they die. But landing hooks is pretty hard. It's not an easy thing to do, so Stitches doesn't see a whole lot of play. That being said, I heard a comparison recently that our friendly neighborhood abomination here bears a striking resemblance to one wave-clearing Johanna. It's a bloodbath. Just full bloodbath. Okay, now that that's over, back to what I was saying. So, Stitches himself doesn't do a huge number of things very well, but the couple that he does do are really impactful, assuming they are done well. I have no idea. Just trying to pan around the cameras because that was the most disappointing fucking shit I've ever seen. But anyway, back to what we were doing. The tank roll for Stitches is one of a very cautious approach on the front line. So he's got a lot of health, but he can still get blown up super fast because he doesn't have any way to really mitigate focus damage. And Johanna does. Same thing with Garrosh, same thing with Diablo. I mean, lots and lots of frontline tanks can just stand up there. Whereas Stitches can stand up there for a little bit, but then he's got to run away once he gets to about half health because he doesn't have any real save buttons outside of his E. And that's kind of what we're building for here at level 1, getting the quest for our Devour. I'm going to go do the camp, and we're going to watch other people do things while I'm doing that because no one wants to help me with the camp. Is this Butcher? This is Butcher. Get him, buddy. Yeah, get in there. That's about as far as that's going to go. Nazebo's seeing fit to just run up and help with the top lane rather than help me get the Giants here, which is super fun, interesting. Good teammate stuff. Looks like our Asmo is in trouble. He is down, trying to get himself some stacks before he goes. Oh, are we going to get Kira? Nice zombie wall. Getting the stacks on the Butcher. Going to get the Zeratul also? Nope, he's gone. Meanwhile, I'm still working away on these Giants with my supreme Giant clear. Yeah. I don't take a whole lot of damage, obviously, but just it's not fast. So we're going to run through the middle lane here, try to grab as much of this XP as we can. There we go. We got 3 minions. That's better than nothing. And now we are headed down to the bottom lane, to the tribute. Enemy team's going to have to deal with those Giants. Looks like Kira knows it, and the rest of her team. I cannot. He lived. I cannot fucking believe he lived. All that armor saving him from all the damage over time. Really unfortunate, but I don't care. We got the tribute for basically free, and the enemy team is still trying to deal with our siege giants up in the top lane. Got a Zeratul running around in circles in the middle lane, not really doing much. There he is, popped up on the minimap. I want to help this boy get his stacks. I'm just letting him know, go in, let's do it. And just as I am about to stop her from doing that, she does it. What ridiculous garbage. Anyway, that's cool. So, the only way to get Kira out of that stuff is by going unstoppable. And the only thing the Butcher can do to go unstoppable is charge. And that has a little bit of wind up, so she can pretty much get away at any point. Really rough stuff. Oh, yep. And I don't know why Sylvanas turned around, because that was super free mate for our Butcher. Let's see what else there is to do here. Oh, we are focusing on the wrong person. Got the hook. See if we can kill him. Nice. Big stun from the Butcher. Nice zombie wall to block his pathing as well. Okay, getting on that tribute. Gonna go clear out these giants instead. We don't need the team there to do it. Pulling the giant with your hook into better space for your AoE is still something you can do to help clear faster. Because if you're wasting your slam on one target, you're not getting the maximum efficiency out of it. And even though your hook is mainly for killing heroes, you can still use it to make clearing easier. Stitch's passive in and of itself is some pretty decent wave clear on top, but they gotta be grouped up. I didn't go over the teams today. I'm sure you figured it out by now, but Butcher, Imperius, Stitches, Asmo, Nazebo, a weird comp, and then Kira, Garrosh, Raynor, Sylvanas, and Zeratul. Man, their team is just building all sorts of weird ass shit. Just weird ass shit. Anyway, ooh, did you see the U-turn on that Butcher? Nice. I wish I could make. Oh, hey, he recognized me. Oh, look at that. I don't have chat on during the game, so I don't respond to that. But I appreciate the call out, friends. I do. Keeping our Butcher safe by pulling her back in so he doesn't have to continue to dive. It's good stuff. And now the tribute is up. We are 10. The enemy team is not. We've got our Gorge. We're getting ready to rock their shit. If they show up. Set up. There he is. Got him. Where's your blink, buddy? Oh my god, you just blinked all sorts of in. Okay. Well, there's Kira. There's the big silence. Come on. We're getting it. Ooh! That's also a demonic invasion, in case you weren't aware. I didn't notice right away either. But we've got 8 stacks on our level 1 quest. We got some pretty serious kills in that choke, which is pretty dope for Stitches. One of the cooler things about this comp for us is that it is an extreme hit comp. So not only do we have some serious late game building pressure with our Nazebo and our Asmo, but our Butcher really works well with our Stitches and our Imperius, just lining up picks for him left and right to get his stacks. Let's see what he's at. He's 220. We didn't even have to. Well, Nazebo's not going anywhere, but at least we'll have our Butcher. Whew, good stuff. We're looking for it. We want to engage. Maybe not. Come on. She just used her only escape. We're going to get the Raynor. We're going to pull him back. Come on. We can do it. Maybe not. It's okay. As much as I want to keep fighting, I know it's not sustainable. Right? Stop the Kira from using her big-ass channel ult. Not much she could do to stun everybody if she doesn't finish the channel. Zeratul still going in, gets his face murdered. Buddy, if you're going into 4 people and you ain't got your team, you're gonna die. No matter how little health that Imperius has, the kill is still better for us than it is for you. Now we've got 3 keeps to go on the enemy side, and our Butcher is working on that boss right now, all by his lonesome. Look at how fucking good he's doing. I'm gonna get started on the Giants. The rest of our team is going to go to things in the middle lane, I guess? That's fine. Butcher's working on the night camp now. I can appreciate that. There's not a whole lot for us to do on the enemy side of the map, except for that boss. So, true to form, our boys are kind of walking around in circles here, trying to figure out what to do. It's okay. It's okay. At least we're ahead, and it doesn't matter. Butcher wants to take the enemy boss. I am all about that since they are working on that bottom boss. Let's go do it! Hook buddies! I wish Butcher could hook. Like, even if it was just short, or maybe if it was in a cone. Oh, he got it just. That would be nice. I think just real short range, something that he could wrangle people back towards him instead of the way that he is now, which is really, I don't know. Like, the whole reason you can't play Butcher in a lot of circumstances is because he's reliant on getting stacks, he's incredibly late game, and then even if you do get stacked in the late game, you still have to position like a master, and you can only go in after the team fight breaks out. It's just... he's so complicated. He's such a pub stomper, like, truly, because nobody knows what they're doing in Quick Match, but I just wish he was a little bit better in the competitive ranked setting, because I would play the shit out of him, because I really like him. But that's okay. Enemy team is taking down the boss in the top lane, so we need to do something. We're going to channel that tribute and take these towers as well. And the enemy team's still clearing out the giants that we put up there. Looks like they're coming down. We've got plenty of ability to engage them since we're 16 to 13. Missing the hook entirely. Zombie wall. Kind of fucking up pathing again. Let's sit in this bush. Sit and wait and wonder. Is that a Zeratul? He blinked. Oh! We got the yoink on the Kira. Looks like Garrosh is going to be the next to go down. Get the wall out of the way so I can fling hooks. We got a minion. Nice. Better than hitting nothing, I guess. Gonna get the keep, because we have 2 people dead, and there's nothing that they can do to stop us. Sylvanas seeing fit to just soak the middle lane. Zeratul in the top lane. They're giving us the building. We've only got 10 stacks on level 1. Yeah. One of the bad parts about this, if you're winning super hard, then you don't have a whole lot of opportunity to chomp on heroes. That's a thing. So, it's pretty cool. Anyway, don't need Nazebo over there in... Okay, well, he stopped himself from getting Kira'd, but I want to make sure that he's a little bit safer. So we're just going to yank him with the helping hand. And we're going to go look for the Zeratul. There he is. We're going to catch him. Gonna get him. Nothing. He blinked forward for some reason and got himself killed, so not super sure what that was about. Looks like Sylvanas doesn't know how to hit her button. No timing required for you to eat that wall and then die. He's going to lose his shield before the thing procs. No swords, but he's going to live. Got the Garrosh with the Gorge. Popping him out. Going to chop him real quick. Get some extra damage. Get the stab. He is dead. Woo. That is a Q build Imperious BTW. Damn. Not that I don't love that build. I think the Q is a lot of fun, but it's not his best build. It's actually very, very suboptimal, which is unfortunate. Big silence from the Kira ult, getting the Butcher kill. Looks like Asmo is working just fine on the building, though. Zebo getting the kill on Kira. Imperious is going to be able to get the curse, so I'm just going to stay here with the buddies. Try our very best to keep things going. Gonna get the curse, and then we're gonna push up because we can. That bottom lane's gonna take a little bit longer to get places, so just immediately walked up. I thought she was gonna walk forward. Everybody's missing their shit. Bummer. Ah, okay. Well, let's just hit the core, end the game on that disappointing book note. Got 13 stacks for level 1, and nowhere near the amount that I wanted, but wasn't really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? 14! That's better than 13. Wow, that ability does absolutely no damage without the ult. Which is a little bit weird. Like, why not just make his Q his second ult? Give him a new ability on this. I don't know. Big miss. Not even with the growing. It would have been cool if I could have hooked her and then you guys killed her. With the growing ult from Kira. I think that ult is fantastic, but it does require very, very precise circumstances in fights. You gotta go in after the fact, and you gotta hit a big group of lots of people. So, things are only about as good as you make them with that hero. I mean, with that ult. Otherwise, if you pick the other ult, you're just fucking done. Everything's easy. I can't imagine why you would ever pick the big, swingy Maelstrom ult. Even though I love it, it's really cool. Like, it's great. The other one's just infinitely better. Because it's on a shorter cooldown, has a big ol' hitbox, does a whole bunch of damage. Things happen. But there you have it. That is your Cursed Hollow Stitches game beginning this week. We only got 2. Only died once, though. Here's your build. Savor the flavor at 1. Playtime at 4. I was just trying this out. Typically, I like Serrated Edge for the hook to do some extra damage. And then Blight at 7. Didn't do a very good job of using this during the course of the game. Because it's basically you hook, you hit the D, you reduce their healing, you do more damage. I wasn't paying attention enough. Gorge at 10. Digestive Juices at 13 for when the Zeratul or the Kira go in. So we can just chomp on them and reduce their damage. Fishing Hook is mandatory. You can't take anything else at this tier. It's too good. 20 is Hungry Stitches. Wow, nobody else make the 20 talent? Am I the only one? It was either this or Shambling Horror, which makes it so we can't be slowed, and we can turn on the big shield. And it's freaking cool. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. This bad boy, I need to play so much more because he does so many cool things. And he just doesn't get the love and appreciation that he deserves. So, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do a lot more of it. Again, thank you one more time for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.